Alright, sorry about yelling at you there.
You are now tuned in to StroopTube TV.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Struble, woodworker of the year. Today I'm here in my wood shop. As you can see behind me, this is my wood shop. And today I'm going to teach you how to build a bench, okay, out of old trash wood, pallets, or whatever you can find. This is so good. Alright, okay, I'm sick of these intros. I'm horrible at it, okay? So I'm just gonna be real. You see this bench right here? I built it out of old pallet wood and 2x4 from my neighbor's deck, okay? And I didn't film it, and I was like, damn it, I should have filmed that. So now I'm gonna build one out of some other random trash that I found, okay? Here's some of it behind me. I'm gonna gather it all up, I'm gonna cut it. I'm barely gonna use a tape measure, so I'm gonna start gathering up some supplies, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Alright, well, the first step that we're going to do today is to make the bench top. As you can see, I made this one out of old pallet wood, and I cut a zigzag line down it, and then I sanded it and made it look like live edge. So we are going to do that again today, and I'm going to show you how to make fake live edge. So I found this piece of wood. Somebody was throwing it away. But as you can see, it's cut all nice and square, and well, we don't like right angles. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut this, not in a straight line. Airplanes, dude. Alright, anyways, so I'm gonna cut this in a non-straight line. Then I'm going to carve it with a utility knife. Then I'm going to sand it with a hand sander, and then I'm going to stain it with stain, and then it's going to look like this nice live edge rustic bench top. So here we go. Just so you guys know, my motto here at Struble's Wood Shop is we're all about close enough, okay? As you can see there, guys, I made some terrific cuts. Now I'm gonna take this knife and I'm just gonna carve up the edges. So yeah, here we go. Don't cut towards yourself. I'm an idiot. So I have carved the live edge into the side of both sides and into my finger. Don't cut towards yourself. Yeah, so the next step into recreating live edge is to take what we just hacked up with a utility knife and sand it with a sander. So high-speed sanding montage in 3, 2, 1. Now the thing I like about recreating your very own live edge, you can't make mistakes. There's only happy accidents. Alright guys, with a little bit more sanding and a little more carving with my trusty utility knife, I have finished the live edge. Let's see, here's the front side. You got these knots. Best part of pine are the knots in the grain. You come down, look at that, smooth. Oh, hello. Now that we have finished recreating our live edge, the next step is to make these trim pieces. Okay, you got one that goes the full length in the front and the back, two short ones on the side, okay? So to make those, I have this old IKEA bed frame that somebody was throwing away. It's got this piece right here. We're gonna use half for the front and half for the back. And then I have this other piece of random wood from an old project I stained, and I was trying the live edge, as you can see, but I didn't go with it. So we're just gonna use the other side so it matches. So I'm gonna take this bed frame apart, I'm gonna cut this, I'm gonna do all the live edge stuff, sand it, it's all gonna look the same, so we're not gonna film it. So I'll be right back and we'll stain everything up. Alright guys, so after a couple hours of carving and sanding, I now have my top, my front, my back, and my two end pieces. It's still just one because I don't know how long they're going to be yet, so I'm going to cut it later. But next up, we're going to stain all of this. I like to use red mahogany. That way if I sell it, I can tell people it's mahogany and then they'll give me more money for it.
Rich mahogany.
So we're going to go ahead and stain this up and we'll be back. Alright guys, and just like that, the staining was done. So we're gonna let this dry. I'm gonna start building up the frame. So for this one, you can see I did 2x4 legs. So 1x1 frames, 2x4s here. Then I got a frame, bunch of crap pieces up in there. I like to keep the underside of the bench looking like whatever kind of wood I used. So if you flip it upside down, you're like, wow, this bench really was built out of crap. This one I got a little luckier this time, and I found this whole piece of wood someone was throwing away. I don't know what it is, probably an IKEA cutting board, but it's gonna look nice now as a mahogany bench. So I'm gonna build the frame, probably just gonna time lapse it. We're not gonna talk about it. I'm cutting 2x4s and screwing them together. It's not rocket surgery. So over here in my lumber pile, I have found these 2x4s, pretty nice shape, little spray paint on them, but we're gonna paint them black. But they're definitely nicer than what I'm used to using, so I'm pretty excited about that. So I got a couple there for the legs and the supports, and then for their little cross section, found these red 1x1s, and I think I'm gonna do it. And I got some other random pieces here in the lumber yard that I'm gonna use for the frame. So we'll see you when I got a frame built. Instead of using a measure tape, we're just going to put this one here so it's about up that high, and that's going to be close enough. So let's throw some more screws in here and keep going. They're close enough. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take these and these little cross beams, and we're going to paint those black. And I'm not going to film me painting, because watching me paint is about as much fun as watching paint dry. So I'll be back when everything's painted. Alright, so the first coat of black paint has been applied, I'm gonna let it dry. This red here is gonna take a little bit more to cover up. You might notice I didn't paint the ends. I don't know how long they need to be yet because I don't design these tables. They just happen. Did I call it a table? It's a bench, I guess. Or a table. If you put shit on it, if you put your ass on it, it's a bench. If you put a cup on it, it's a table. All right, well, the bench is dry-ish, but I'm impatient, so I'm just gonna start working on it. I've cut all my in pieces for the frame here, as you can see. I've pieced them in there. I eyeballed them up pretty good. And now I think it's time to start attaching them so that I can make this into a bench. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. All right, so as you can see, it's getting dark out. Let's see. Oh, I've had my safety goggles on this whole time. Let's see, there we go. All right, there's our bench. Now the last thing is we just need to put in these cross beams here. Going from here to this side. What do you guys think so far? Pretty sweet, huh?
Hey, nice bench.
Hey, thanks.
Is that wood?
Yes, it is wood.
Nice wood.
Anyways, so yeah, here's the bench almost done. It is nighttime, so I think I'm going to go ahead and call it for tonight because it's getting dark out and well, you know, I'm trying to make a video, and if it's too dark you can't see it. So anyways, I'm gonna come back and finish this up tomorrow, and so I'll see you guys in half a second. Alright, well, I've tried to do this like 7 times and I keep getting interrupted, so I'm just gonna plow through here. It's like 3 weeks later. I finished the bench. I built other benches, but now I'm just finishing this video. So here's the bench that I built. I'm sitting on it, so it works. It's holding me up. I haven't fallen down. Look at that. Look at that. It's a bench. So without further ado, guys, I present to you my live edge made out of an IKEA cutting board and some random scraps of lumber that I found in an alley bench. So here we go. Alright guys, if you're still watching, which I don't know why anybody would be, I appreciate it, so thank you for watching. Hit like, subscribe, and comment, all that stuff down there in the YouTube. And, you know, stay tuned for more bench builds out of old trash lumber. I also have been harvesting Christmas trees, and I'm delimbing them and debarking them, and I'm going to start trying to make bench legs out of old Christmas trees. So all you people who don't know how to properly dispose of a Christmas tree, I mean, I guess thank you, because I'm gonna, you know, turn them into lumber. Alright guys, thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.